Today we're going to be making pecan pie. This is breakfast, lunch, and dinner cooking, and this is episode 14. So here we go. Okay, we're going to start out with the pie crust. And this is just going to be for one pie. So I'm just going to do about, now I might make some extra. I'll do 2 cups because I want to show you how I do extra little crust for the kids. So a teaspoon of salt, a little bit, about 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And then I use lard. I like lard. So I'm going to put, I bought one of these. I'm going to put about 1/3, maybe a 1/4 of it in there. Just like that. And you just go in. Pie crust is so easy, and everybody thinks it's so difficult. I've wanted to do a video on pie making forever. I finally figured out how to do it. So you just kind of keep working the... I did take this lard out for a little bit, but they tell you to use cold lard, so it's still cold. What you want to do is you just keep flaking it, and flaking it till you get it kind of looking like a meal. And that was about 1/4 of I think it's 1 pound of lard, yeah. Lard just makes the best crust always. You just keep flaking it and flaking it. Takes a little bit. You want it to really get in there. That's what makes you have a flaky crust. See how it's turning into like a meal? That's what you want. And if it's not turning into a meal, you know you've got either too much lard or not enough lard. See how it's kind of, it can clump together? That's kind of what you want. Then what I do, you can see it's kind of like a meal. Then you take put some water in it. And I have found that, you know, they always say not a lot of water, but I kind of go in like on 3 sides. Probably, I don't know, maybe 3 tablespoons of water. That way it hits all the sides. And what you never want to do is overwork your crust, because that's what makes a tough crust. See, it's still not totally going together, so I'm just going to put a dash more water. And you want it on the moist side more than the dry side, because it rolls better. It doesn't crack apart for you. And again, don't overwork it. Okay. Now I'm going to put, this is just for one pie crust because this is pecan pie. So I'm going to put some flour on the thing here. And what you want to do, this older lady told me, you take take a, and go chop, 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 chop. I usually don't do that, but, and then turn it over and put flour on your rolling pin. Keep putting a little bit of flour on it. Kind of make it as round as you can. And with crust, you don't want it to be too thin because you want it to be able to hold the piece of pie, but you don't want it too thick either. I think I got that just about right. About that thickness, okay? Then what you want to do is fold your pie crust in half and then in quarters. Gotta put a little more flour on that. Okay. Then you get your pie plate that I should have had out already, but I didn't. And you take the pie plate and you lay it in the quarter and then in half and then unfold it. And if it doesn't look real even, just kind of lift it up and shift it around to where you need it to be. That looks about right. Okay. Then what you want to do is take and cut off like, well, this is looking pretty good. Maybe just a little bit. Okay. You take it and you roll it gently. Oh, so gently. And kind of press it so the side, I'm going to add that little piece. I'll have to show you my extra crust. What I do for extra crust is I just put it on a cookie sheet, put cinnamon and sugar on it for the kids, and bake it for like 10 minutes on 400. But you just want to kind of press it in. Don't work it a lot. That is when you get the Ellie Mae Clampett crust. No, the Beverly Hillbillies. I'm going back in time. And any place where it's missing a little bit, just add it to it. The pie crust doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, that's what makes it look homemade. And you get it from the, what you do then is go around the edge, kind of press that in so that it doesn't fall down into the pie. But you don't want to keep working it. Then you take your two fingers and you go like this. And you make a pretty edge. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because that's what makes it look homemade. If it was perfect, it looks like a bought pie crust. Okay. And you just keep going around the edge like this. And if it has little flakies, that's good. That's what makes it look homemade. And the trick to not burning your crust, I learned, is the hot air comes up and over the pie plate. So anything hanging over the pie plate is what's going to burn. So just make sure all your crust is within that deal. And then I kind of blow out the little crumbs. That was my add-on piece. Okay, I don't want all those crumbs in there. But there you go for right now. Now, we're going to go over here, and I'm going to show you how to do the filling. You can use the same bowl, just wipe it out a little bit. Now you take, for the pecan pie, you take 4 eggs, Don't get any shells in there. Pecan pie is so yummy. Okay. I'm going to whisk the eggs a little bit, and I also I've got some butter in a pan. I'm going to put that on simmer, and I'm going to set my oven to 375. I want to whisk those eggs a little bit. I do a little bit thicker crust than a lot of people. I mean, a little thicker pie than a lot of people. So I'm going to take 4 eggs, a cup of sugar, you're going to take 3/4 teaspoon salt, about like that, and Karo syrup. I use the dark Karo syrup. I'm going to do about 1.25 cups of this. I didn't open it yet. Okay, so I'm going to do 1. Scoop it out of there. And then 1/4. I'm going to grab my other spoon. Okay. So that's just eggs, sugar, and Karo syrup. Okay. Now I've got my butter over here that's melting. And I'm gonna whisk this together because you don't, sorry, my phone was out of storage. I'm so bummed. But anyway, after I put the corn syrup in, I put the, you want to whisk it, and then I put the melted butter in, and then I put 1.5 cups of pecans, and I'll show you the rest. Bye. Took it out of the oven. Look at this beautiful pecan pie. I took it out about a half hour ago, and I wanted to show you that, but my phone was acting up. So, and this is how you test a pie to see if it's done. You go in there, and if it comes out clean, you know it's done. And what it does when it's done, you can tell a pie is done when it puffs up, and then it settles. But anyway, I'm going to take you over here, and I'm going to cut it. It's not totally cooled yet, but I'm going to still cut it and show you. Okay. Still a little soft because it's not totally cooled, but I'm still going to show it to you. This gorgeous, gorgeous pie. Oh, geez. I guess I'll try it with the knife here. Let me cut it really good. Look at that beautiful, beautiful piece of pecan pie. So that concludes my pecan pie video. And make a pie. You can do it. And I'll be making more pies in the future. But and I have to thank Aunt Ann. She taught me how to make that nice puffy crust. And thank you for watching. And remember, there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it. And love the Lord with all your heart.